Hey guys, welcome aboard. Let's get fired up over here. We're going to be flying, what are we doing? Geneva to Heathrow, London, in our Air France FENIX A320. Let's go ahead and get jumped in here and get fired up. We're going to go ahead and do our load over here because we're going to take see if GSX is working finally. And request a boarding.
Requested.
And we should get our gate coming in. Get our passengers all on board. All right, let's get fired up here. Get our fuel pumps on. And then we've already got our lights on and all our other good stuff. We'll get our navs aligning. Seatbelt signs on.
Board crew. Pilot's boarding starting.
All right, let's come down here and get rid of that. And let's go ahead and get the plane all fired up here. Go ahead and request that. We are Air France today, AFR, where'd my R go? 777. Take a quick look over here at Sim Brief. Looks like a cost index of 5 and 32,000 feet today. Get our winds imported. It's going to be a morning flight, so it should be pretty interesting. And as usual, over in London, it's foggy, it's IFR, should be an interesting arrival. All right, let's see. Go ahead and grab our weights right here. 61.0, 31.5. 61.0, and I already forgot. I'm going to say 31.5. 31.5. Fuel for today, 6.9. Let's see if we got our folks coming down to Jetway here. We get to see the folks coming down the clear jetway here in Geneva and getting on board the plane. Actually open our door. Come over here. You should be able to see them getting on board. There they go. They kind of disappear though when they just turn the corner. All right, while they're getting seated, let's go ahead and get the rest of the flight configured here. Performance we'll do in a second. Let's get our departure out of here. We're going to be taking off runway 4 in Geneva. And our departure, let's take a look at it. It's Cyro 7 November. See if that's in there. There it is, Cyro. And then we're going to be transitioning at none of those, so we'll just insert that. We'll clean it up as we go. Okay, arriving into Heathrow, we will be landing runway 27 left. We'll be doing the ILS. And the arrival is Alice 1 Hotel. And actually you get the big transition, but I'm going to kind of skip that because it's a little goofy. Zoom out here a little bit. And actually, before we take a look at that, let's get our APU fired up. Get a little AC blowing in the background there. Alright, now we'll come up here, take a look at the plan.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you? I'm doing
And boy, those people sound like they're from Texas, huh? All the way over here in Geneva. Parting out of there, yeah, we got a flight discontinuity already. I think what we're going to do is just jump over here and defer. Alright. Yeah, we'll just delete the discontinuity.
Hello, sir.
And it should give us a little turn right there. Alright, keep on going. A little wobbly right there, but good enough. We're going to fly right there. Just north of, northeast of Paris. Should be a nice view down there if it's not too foggy. And then we got our big transition here already input, so we're just going to delete that discontinuity, and we should get a nice arrival there to runway 27 left. All right, that looks good. Go back to our arc here, and let's take a look at our departure performance here. So runway 4, we'll load our load sheet with our data, packs on, optimal flaps, get our weather input right there. What do we got for a QNH? 1023. Let's go ahead and put that in there. Left and right, and back up. Ooh, come on there. 1023. Boy, that's a little bright. Let's turn that down just a tad, along with the co-pilot's main display. All right, what do we got for speeds? 53, 53, 56. 153. Actually, you know what? I just realized I have my my sounds off. There we go. 153. 156. Listen to that little annoying kid, I think. I don't know, he's flapping all the back of the seats as he's walking down there. Anyway, flaps 2 down, 0362. 2 down, 03, and I think I said 66 for the temp. Nope, 62 already. Bless you, co-pilot, I believe. Alright, that's input. I think we're all good right there. Let's pop over to this side. Get our load sheet. And go ahead and accept that. And we got 2 minutes until IRS alignment here. And let's come up top over here. Already got the QNH set, and we're going to, what did we say, 32,000 feet? Yep. Folks still coming down the jetway. I think we're actually pretty good here. We've got everything set up there. We've got our lights already set up. Come over here to the transponder, get that on auto standby. Go ahead and get our interior lights off. Other way. Off. There we go.
I'm right next to you. Thank you.
Yeah, we should see a nice little sunrise here in Geneva. And let's go ahead and bring the map over here and I'll show you the route of flight. Alright, departing out of Geneva. We'll be heading northeast here, make our climb, come across France, just like I said, just northeast of, east of Paris. And then we're not going to do the little S-turn here for Bay. We pretty much just cut across here into Heathrow. Currently, VFR here, let's take a look at the weather. Go over the airports. Current weather here, variable skies and VFR conditions. We come back to Heathrow though. Well, right now unrestricted, scattered 14, broken 21. We'll see how that holds up as we get a little bit closer into there. I think everybody's boarded. Let's go ahead and get our door closed here. And locked. Oop, the other way. Locked. We'll request our pushback here.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Alright, we're pushing back with the nose. Oh, let's see. I guess we could do nose to the right once they ask for that.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Okay, somebody's got a dog in the back there. What did I say? Nose right. Oh yeah, be helpful if that dog got me a little distracted there. We'll get the GPU off in cones.
Locking gear.
Go ahead and while we're over here, we'll pull up Navigraph on the tablet.
Release parking brakes, please.
Alright, let's come up here. We'll get the beacon on. We'll go strobe lights to auto. And we'll let the flight crew know.
Release parking brakes, please.
We'll be pushing back. Parking brake off.
Commencing push. All engines clear.
Starter
Starting
to
wheel.
ignition. And we'll go ahead and start number 2. Love the way that sounds.
Please set parking brakes.
Alright, parking brake on.
Waiting
Go
your
ahead and start
confirmation for a
number
good
2.
engine start.
Or correction, start number 1, I should say. And we'll let the ground crew know we're
Cockpit
good to
to
go.
ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect. Unlocking gear.
Yeah, looking good there. Alright, get our clock started. Get the chrono
Tow
started.
truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
And our transponder on TARA. And we'll get our weather radar turned on. Turn that down just a little tiny bit there. Alright, engines are good. Let's go ahead and starters to off. Speed brakes armed. Auto braking max. Let the flight crew know. We'll get taxi light on, and we were doing what, 2 flaps down, 3. Right about there is good. Alright. Parking brake off. Leave. We can take a quick turn right here to the right. Quick right, and then left over on the outer taxiway. We'll be on our way to London. It's clear morning here, at least at the airport. Like I said, we'll see what it's like down there in, at Heathrow. Alright, takeoff checks are complete here. Just turn the APU bleed off and APU off. And get our ground rate, excuse me, get our ground radar on. And it looks like we're the only departure out of here this morning. So no waiting around, we'll let the flight crew know we're ready to get out of here. Alright, landing lights on. This is a nice departure out of here, right over the lake. And a quick turn north to the left. Alright, let me double check here, make sure I get my throttles positioned correctly. Yeah, we're good. Airspeed's alive. And there's 80 knots. We'll release the forward pressure. We get a full load of passengers today, so our V-speed's a little bit up there. And there's rotation. Positive rate, gear coming up. Pretty straightforward departure out of here today. Whoa, sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. I tried to turn the volume down and I accidentally hit it all the way up. Good thing nobody was watching at the moment. Alright, there's 180. Let's go flaps 1. And we'll set climb power. Push the nose down there just a little bit. Let's pick up some speed, get up to 200, and we get the flaps up. Clear out any residual messages there. Go over to flight plan on that, and performance on the right McDo. Goodbye, Geneva. Like I said, nice departure right over the lake here, off to the east. Alright, let's back in the cockpit here, go over to standard on the altimeter settings. There's a sunrise. actually get a second sunrise here since we're kind of sneaking it back behind the mountains there. Nice. I gotta watch that sunset sunrise a little bit more. Noisy back there. There's a look back at Geneva and our airport. Gotta love Microsoft Flight Sim. We're actually getting the sunrise hitting the tops of the little peaks right here. As always, forgot to put my fly live up on the stream. What are we? LSGG going to EGLL AFR 777. There we go. Actually go back to nighttime here just for the heck of it, because I want to see Paris at night. Using real world weather, so what you see out here is what they really got. Might actually shave a little bit of time off here. Let's take a look here. Let's go direct Ebeba insert. There we go. Basically got rid of a little kink right there. So instead of flying all the way out here and then back around, take a little bit more direct route right there. Should shave a few minutes off of flight time. Check, make sure I got my landing lights are off. Yep, everything looking good up here. And we can turn the seatbelt sign off. Let everybody get up and moving around in the cabin back there. So there's our route of flight here, and that's where we are right now. We're right over here. Paris right here. And let's take a quick look at our arrival into Heathrow. We are doing 27 left. ILS 27 left. Let's see where that's at. 27 left. We'll take a look at ILS DME or localize or DME. Yeah. If we have to, we'll go to Cat 3 and just see what the weather turns out to be down there. Pretty straightforward here again. 2,500 for the initial approach fix here. And like I said before, I thought it was very nice here in at night, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the clock back. In fact, if we go to real time, there we go. We're almost pretty close to it. Of course, now we got to turn down everything in the cockpit here because it's a little bit too bright. There is to see out here. Yeah, so if you're watching this stream now in a sunny spot, you can turn up your brightness. Let's take a look down here. We can actually, even though we're still climbing out, we can get our arrival information there. Go back to our comm system. Let's grab the latest weather at Heathrow. EGLL, we'll grab the METAR and the TAF. Wait for that to come back. Let's see what we got for current conditions. 13 knots, broken at 1200. Looks like it's getting worse, like I said. Tempo broken at 900. And then that's observation, so we got a ceiling at 900. Should be interesting arrival there. Let's see what the forecast says here. Rain showers, broken 900. It's getting more interesting. Up to the top here, we can go ahead and put in some of this information already. So 10:09 for the QNH, temperature of 17, winds 250 at 13. And let's take a look at our approach here. 277 for the Barrow, right down here on the ILS. pop out of the cockpit here just for a minute, get a little refill on my coffee. But I'll be back in just a minute. Alrighty. I'm back. What are we doing in the cockpit here? Looking pretty good. Can already see some of those clouds out there. Yeah, should be a nice arrival into Heathrow. Have some more appropriate lighting here on me since it's nighttime. There we go. So at least I'm not that bright. Blend into the scene a little better there. Let's see here, what do we have to look at? Well, Paris is coming up, and I believe the big bright lights over there, kind of behind me. Trying to figure out what that is. I think that's, what is it, Brussels? I may be wrong. No, actually that's Paris. I'm sorry. So it kind of threw me off the way I'm looking off to the side. So that's Paris. And we actually take a... knew I could see far, but not that far. There we go. Stop doing that there. Yeah, so we're actually going to scoot around to the right side of Paris right here. We'll see if we get some good views of it. My watch is telling me I got to get up and stretch. I just went to get coffee. Come on. And this is going to be a nighttime arrival here. Let's turn things down just a little bit. That's good, that's good. Yeah, good enough right there. There we go, now it's on our right side. That's what was throwing me off here, because I was looking off to the sort of right forward hand side, and we hadn't made our turn yet into on track here. Supposed to be a little airport someplace here. On that side, I believe. What is that? That is branches. Turn that light off, huh? Got a bunch of lighting in the cockpit here. Let me put my flashlight on. There we go. Turn it off right there. Yeah, looks like we'll be popping in and out of this little scattered thin deck of clouds as we get over to Paris, but should still give us some good views. the right-hand side, we've got Barbary, Troyes, France. Barbary's the airport over on the north end here somewhere. There it is. And the city itself is Troyes, France. Sorry, trying to do my best French accent there. And at least we do have our moon out here. I'm going to pop outside just for a little bit, so I'm going to turn the volume down just a tad. Otherwise it gets a little bit too loud. And there's our, well, not quite full moon, but it's lighting up the countryside nice. Let's take a look at our flight plan here. 163 miles to top of descent. Come back to our flight plan here. And let's take a look at our arrival information. And our arrival performance. Yep. Currently taking a look at the weather on my other screen there, so marginal VFR in the observation and IFR on the TAF. And just looking for any kind of rain indicating. What do we got? 20, the second 23 at 20 Zulu. So, it's about 30 minutes old or so. I'm looking at old TAF here in the, let me see now, hold on a second. Okay, yeah, 29 minutes old, sorry, I was looking at the TAF. It was 6 hours old, almost 7 hours old, but that's normal. We have a 24-hour TAF, and usually it's put out every 6 hours, so hopefully we get an update here shortly, but observation looks good. A320 currently, let's see what they were forecasting. Yeah, we got 7,000 meters visibility and moderate rain showers, broken at 900 is what's forecasted. So I'm going to go ahead and select our runway here. I believe it was 27 right. I'll double check that here. Nope, 27 left. 27 left. Let's go good to medium. And we'll go ahead and apply that current observation. And let's take a look at our landing weight. Prediction 64.6. 64.6. Yeah, no problems even with no reverse thrust and low braking. There we go. Starting to get a better look at Paris out here. And we'll get a really good look at Charles de Gaulle Airport as we're going to fly just to the east of it. earlier, I think it was this morning, I flew the opposite leg of what we're doing today right now. I flew Heathrow to Geneva, and that route actually took me on the western side of Paris. Got close enough you could see the Eiffel Tower and all that. I'm not sure we're going to see that today. But it's right around here somewhere. Wherever my cursor is, pretty much in the center there. I think the Eiffel Tower is like right there, unless I'm mistaken. Maybe right there. Like I said, we'll get a good look at Charles de Gaulle Airport here as soon as we get a little bit closer. Alright, company message here. Let's see what they want. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Sure, whatever. Too busy looking at the scenery. Way around Paris here. And of course, unfortunately, I got a little bit of a scattered deck up here, thin, so blocking some of the view. I'm looking real close. Where's the Eiffel Tower? Someplace in the city center, I think, right here. And there's Charles de Gaulle coming into view. It's interesting how the scenery pops in as you kind of get closer. I think you got to come around the other side a little bit closer to actually have the buildings pop in here, because we're way off to the side here. another flight over to Charles de Gaulle Airport in the near future. God, who would have thought the cockpit in an Airbus was quieter than the back seats there? Or at least in the A320. It's apparently notoriously loud with the wind noise. So that wind noise you hear in the cockpit here, I've heard a couple of the other real-world Airbus drivers saying that's the way it is. Actually quieter in Boeing 737. I think it's the shape of the nose and the windscreen that causes that. Paris, then we cross the channel and start our descent down into Heathrow. And the weather, of course, is getting worse as we go. Should be fun. Let's zoom out on our view right here. Another, what is that, 160-ish, maybe 170 miles to 200, something around that, into Heathrow right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at our descent. Top of descent is in 87 miles now. Some football. Shout out. Okay. Hello. Some football. How you doing? It's getting pretty quiet in the chat today. But then again, I haven't been streaming for quite a while. Just started streaming back up again, so expect to get more viewers as I do a few more streams. And I've been doing kind of ad hoc, so I'll have to get on a better schedule. Let's take a look. We're going down to what, 2,500 for our initial approach fix, so we can go ahead and set that right now. I'm not using ATC, no VATSIM or anything like that. Just some fun flying around Europe for right now. Goodbye, Paris. And there we go. Now there we can see, what is it? Brussels, Amsterdam, all that good stuff off there to the right-hand side of the plane. Although it's looking pretty cloudy over there too. I know a lot of guys don't do nighttime streams because it's sometimes hard to see stuff, but I was kind of mentioning earlier that with the sort of semi not quite full moon and the clear skies that we had up until we got to Paris here, it's actually pretty scenic. a little bit more scenic than in the daytime, actually, because at least all the cities are, towns and villages are all kind of lit up instead of everything looking like, well, farmland. See if we got any updated weather for Heathrow here. 2320. Yeah, nope, still the same one. And let's see what we got here. This is the town of, I can say it right. See, these Europeans are going to hate me, but it is Amiens. Sorry. Not totally familiar with all of these smaller little villages of France. Looks like there is an airport on the south side. Yep, right there. Little airfield right there. Named Glizy in Amiens, France. Always fascinated looking at the way the the cities and stuff were structured back in the old country, like a big circular city for defensive purposes, I would imagine. And got a lot of stuff out there. That is Lens. Closest thing I can see there as it dips behind the clouds. Whoop. Back to the regular view there. There's supposed to be a lot of little wind towers here. Yeah, these little red things. Can't quite make them out very well here with the with the dogs in the clouds. I think these are all windmills. Wind generator turbines. I'm going to close the door before the dog comes into the cockpit. Don't need some crazy corgi jumping around. Hey, corgi. Crazy corgi jumping in the cockpit. Oh my goodness. We're almost off the coast here and get ready for our descent. A little bit more traffic here. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is turn off the other tablet here. me see, where is it? That's not it. There we go. Sleep mode. Stop bugging me every time I look out that way. Alright, 30 miles to we start our descent. Let's see, what time is it? We should be getting a new METAR here. 2350. Broken 1500, overcast 2100. No rain being reported at the moment, but showers in the vicinity. Let's double check our QNH there, 1009. 1009, 17, and 240 at 14. Gonna update the winds here. Got a little bit more traffic already coming in. Up ahead of us. Let's see what they're doing. I'm going to turn down the background here a little bit. Oh, not all the way off. Come on. There we go. A little bit easier to read here. Descending, and we got another one right in front of us, I believe. Or no, that's our top of descent here, which is right now. Or actually, sorry, I screwed that up, huh? No, top of descent's about 10 miles, but we already started it. But we got another plane, yeah. Plus 6,300 up ahead of us. That's that guy you see flashing out there. So we started our descent a little bit early, but not bad at all. It happens. At least we were within 10 miles. Basically what that will do is just give us a little bit more of a shallow descent, so other than the programmed one. Always amazes me how it can be clear everywhere, but as soon as you get over towards London in England, the weather starts going to crapola. There's our top of descent right now, so we're a little bit ahead of schedule there. Look at dark and ominous. So let's see, Navigraph says about 13 minutes to the airport, so figure about, I'll give them a few extra minutes here for our slowdown. Maybe about 16 minutes we should be on the ground or so. Last look at France and whatever else is over there to the east. It's not like the typical American, even though I lived there for a little bit. Kind of starting to see the lights of London in the haze here. Hey Dean, thanks, yeah. I've been, you know, got too many hobbies, so was getting into some other hobbies and stuff like that, and then my computer just wasn't up to spec for flying with decent frame rates and stuff until recently. I did a new PC build. You can see the specs in the description of the video there, but put that together a little while ago. Well, not too far ago. About a month, within the last month, and so now I can actually fly flight sim with decent frame rates. So I've been doing getting back into streaming again on Flight Simulator. How we doing here? Almost there, guys. We're in our descent here, and got about 61 miles to go into Heathrow. Co-pilot side down there a little bit. Usually when I would fly in real life, you'd be amazed how dark you want the cockpit at night. Your eyes adjust to the darkness there, and that's why we have all these, that's why you can turn everything down in these airplanes, because that's the way you want it. kind of keep it up here a little bit just for the sake of the stream. Otherwise, it'd be pretty dark. Hey Dean, thanks a lot. I know I still got quite a bit of subscribers there. I think it's like 800 or something like that. So hopefully build it up a little bit more. Keep on doing some more streaming, like I said, with the new computer. To come up with a halfway decent schedule. I do most of my flying early in the morning, like first thing in the morning here West Coast time, so it's like 7, 8 o'clock a.m. And it's like 11 a.m. East Coast time, but I'm going to try to do some evening flights or afternoon evening flights, because I realize a lot of people are working and whatnot, so they can't see the streams until they get home. And I'm just going to double check my settings here. I think I'm on Ultra. I want to go to high end. Yep. You really don't see too much of a difference between the two, but I get a little bit better performance on high end, even though the performance is generally really good. Yeah, at Iowa Central Time, yeah, it's a lot of people on the East Coast and are in the middle of their workday when I start streaming. Yeah, London fog, I guess. There you go. There's your typical shot of London, I guess. Alright, we got 17,000 feet. Let's go ahead and get our seatbelt signs on, notify the crew. Start cleaning up the cabin there. And we gotta turn that down just a little bit. There we go. One click. I'm surprised it's not even worse here. What do we got? Light to conditions, speed brake still out. Well, yeah, sometimes I think I accidentally bump my speed brake here. We go full speed brakes and then full down. There we go. Should clear that up. I use the slider on my Thrustmaster 1600M for the spoilers there, and so sometimes I accidentally bump it. Gotta turn down the sensitivity to it. Let's see if GSX is gonna let me pick a gate here. Where are we going? Oosh, a lot of airports here. Everything except ours. Gotta wait till we get a little bit closer. Watching these guys here to our left. These guys look inbound. And this guy, these look like they're, can't tell. Outbound. That guy's inbound. That guy's inbound. yet. Let me take a look at our actual map here and see where we're going to be coming in. That's not what I wanted to do here. Good. Bring it over right here. So we're landing 27 left. And then basically, I've been having some issues. Well, the parking stands, I don't have the correct profile for Heathrow for my GSX there. So I think we're just gonna kind of try to wing it here and pick a gate to come into. Should have gotten that before I started this stream, but oh well. Alright, there's 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and get our landing lights on. Pop outside here for a second. Ooh, bright lights. Well, that's about, I think, the best view of London we're going to get here. See if we got any updated weather. Nope. 2350. Alright, let's get a little bit configured here for the arrival. Go auto brakes low. And we might still use our speed brakes here, so I'm not going to set them yet. And the QNH will be going at 10:09. Let's just double check that. Yep, 10:09. Nice Airbus, what are you doing? Up and down. I think we need a little bit of air brakes here. Get the spoilers up. Slowed down, and we're about 15 miles out. And we're trying to stay at about 220 right here for at least the next 5 miles or so. Alright, we'll go over to 10:09. I wish the airplane didn't react like that. They should give you like a second or two, or a few seconds to reset when you come off a standard. I'm guessing the real plane probably does that. Have to ask one of the real world guys. Well, the weather actually is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Though I do see the overcast here hanging out over the airport. Alright, we'll get spoilers and flaps 1. And I'm going to turn the sounds up for the arrival here a little bit, as if they weren't loud enough. think we're good on the speed. Let's set spoilers armed. And we can turn the weather radar off already. Or at least the wind shear prediction. I don't know, we got 30 knots up here, so should have kept it on. Yay. There we go. Turning final, we'll go, let's see, gear down, well. Why these Europeans with their strange identifiers, you think they just give them a name? Alright, I think we're close enough. Let's go gear down. We're below 200. Let's go flaps 2. Landing system on, and we'll engage approach. Nice little hole right here.
2,500.
Get the gear light off there, taxi light. That's the one that lights up quite a bit of the clouds in front of us. Loud out there. Full flaps. See if we edge the airport here. Said the visibility was what, unrestricted. Terrain radar can go off. We're 5 miles out. Wide slope and localizer captured. Just starting to see the runway lights there up ahead. Alright, autopilot off. My airplane. At least the winds are almost straight down the runway here. Just a little low there. Gonna catch the glide slope again. There we go.
$500.
I'm gonna go visual there. I was flying the instruments up until that point.
100 above.
Transition to the PAPI there.
Minimum.
Light slope. Light slope.
Wind's
40.
playing tricks with me.
30. 20, retard. 10, 5.
I gotta work on my my landings there. Alright, lower the nose, we'll get a little bit of thrust reverse in. Taxi light on there. Well guys, welcome to Heathrow. We'll find a stand to park at here. Alright, landing lights off, taxi light on. Let's get off the runway here, get cleaned up. Wow, look at this. Got a little bit of a ramp to go up here. Find a parking spot and call it a day here, because it's dinner time over here. Let's take a look at my map here. I think we'll take the next right and park it someplace over there. Get the flight directors off and get our APU fired up. Of course, I think I got to pull into the one dead terminal here. This is the default, but I have the premium deluxe whatever version of Flight Simulator, so it's you actually get a better version of Heathrow if you buy that version versus the standard one. Let's see here, I think I'm just gonna pick a spot and park it. Taxi lights off. Don't want to blind anybody. We actually should have a marshaller down here, but we don't. Just because I don't want to screw around with GSX. Yeah, right about there is good. Parking brake on, engine 1 and 2 off, transponder off. Come on, engine 2 off. And beacon off, seatbelt sign off. Get a little bit of light in the cockpit here. And turn down the volume here a little bit, and we'll pop outside. As we shut down. Well guys, hope you enjoyed that stream. Let me see this. Thank you for the ride. Yeah, no problem, Dean. Thanks for popping back in there. Have a good evening too, and yeah, look forward to more streams there. I'll try to figure out a decent schedule for them. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it right there and go eat dinner. Till next time, take care. Good to be back flying Flight Sim again. Take care.